Hi everyone, this is Mr. Richmond, and for this video I'm going to walk you through an example or two of our Hawaii hotspot activity. So we have this hotspot, which is a location in our Earth's upper mantle that produces magma. It comes up through the Earth's surface, usually in the form of a volcano. It cools, hardens, it forms new land. So as we've seen in Hawaii, this is essentially how all these islands have been formed. We have one specific location that's a hotspot with a crustal plate moving on top of it, and as it cools and hardens, it's going to form all these little islands. So if we know the age or how old each of these islands are, and if we know the distance between the two islands using these dots that are centrally located, we can figure out the speed at which this plate is moving, and that's what we're going to do here. The first thing that you need to use is the key, and this works out. I did this ahead of time, but if you were to use this scale, 1 centimeter would be the equivalent of 50 kilometers. So 1 centimeter on your page would be the equivalent of 50 kilometers in real life. So 1 centimeter again on your paper, if you were to measure that with a ruler, in real life that's going to be the distance of 50 kilometers, and that's going to be important, so keep that in mind. So the first thing that we want to do, we want to figure out the distance between the two islands of Hawaii and Maui. So I'm going to use these dots that are centrally located. I'm going to take my ruler, and I'm going to measure the distance between Hawaii and Maui. I did this ahead of time, and I got a measurement of 3.1 centimeters. So if 1 centimeter is 50 kilometers, 3.1 times 50 would be the equivalent of 155 kilometers. I apologize, I'm using my mouse. So I want to be in kilometers. That's my final answer. That looks good. Now I want to convert this to actual real-life centimeters. I can use the ladder method. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. You may remember that from our first unit in science. So kilo, hecta, deca, my base unit, which in this case would be meters, deci, centi, and milli. If I'm converting from kilo, 155 kilo, to centi, I'd move my decimal point to the right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So I'm going to go ahead and add 5 zeros after the 155. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's going to be the equivalent of, I believe, 15,500,000 centimeters. And that's going to be my answer for the second column. So my last thing that I need to figure out is the difference in age, or the ages of the two islands. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract the older island to the newer island, the younger island, and that math is pretty straightforward. It's going to be 1.2 million minus 0, and that's going to be 1.2 million. So a 1 and a 2 and then 5 zeros. You can go ahead and plug that in this final column. If you were to do that for Maui and Molokai, for example, you would subtract 1.5 million minus 1.2 million. So that's how we do the first data table. I'm going to walk you through how to do the next data table well. So I went ahead and I already filled out the math portion of this data table for you just to save ourselves a little bit of time. So you have two different options. You can either leave your math in standard notation, which would be including all these zeros, or you can use scientific notation. You can use whatever is easier for you. So I did both. So first thing that you need to do, if we were to read this question, we need to figure out the speed at which the crustal plate is going to move. And we can do that by identifying how many centimeters for every single year that that crustal plate is traveling. So you're going to need to refer to the data table on the previous page and identify the distance of how many centimeters are between the two islands, and the distance between Hawaii and Maui was 15,500,000 centimeters, and we're going to divide that by the difference in ages between the two islands. For this example is 1.2 million, or a 1, 2, and 5 zeros. If you were to leave that in standard notation, you might get a little e in your calculator depending on what kind of functions that you have in your calculator. So you might need to end up using scientific notation anyway. But if you remember our rules for scientific notation, we need our coefficient here to be between the numbers 1 and 10. So I'm going to leave my decimal at 1.55, and then I'm going to identify how many times do I need to bring that decimal point to the right. 7 times to get the equivalent of 15,500,000 centimeters. So that would be 7 times to the right. So I'm going to use 1.55 times 10 to the 7th. I'm going to divide that by 1.2. That's where my decimal point would be. I would need to bring that decimal point to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 times 10 to the 6th. So you can divide. It's really up to you. You can divide in standard notation in your calculator, or you could do this method. And if you were to leave it in scientific notation, you would divide 1.55 divide by 1.2, which I believe would get you 1.29. And then if we're dividing in scientific notation, we want to subtract our exponent. So it'd be 7 minus 6. It'd be 1.29 times 10 to the 1st. Or if you left it in standard notation, this would be the equivalent of saying I need to bring my decimal point once over to the right. So it'd be the equivalent of 12.9 centimeters per every single year is how fast that crustal plate is moving. I hope you found this video helpful. You can go ahead and try the other examples on your own, and good luck with the assignment.